This is one of the greatest moments in racing history, and one of NASCAR's finest moments. But you may be asking yourself, Robbie, who's driving these cars? What's going on? Why is this such a great moment for racing, and why has God abandoned us? Well, today I'm here to answer 3 of those questions. This is the story of how one of the greatest moments in racing history unfolded. It all started on March 16, 2003 at Darlington Raceway for the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. Now, if most of what I just said made no sense at all, basically it's 294 laps and 40 stock cars until somebody wins. The man in the Pontiac is Ricky Craven, a NASCAR veteran who had recently switched from driving Fords to driving Pontiacs. Craven began racing in NASCAR in 1986, so he had already been in the sport for 17 years, racking up multiple wins and awards over the years. The man in the Ford is Kurt Busch, a controversial young driver who is at this point a 4-time winner in NASCAR's Top Series, despite only being in the sport for 6 years. Kurt was often known to give rude hand gestures to other drivers, including the time Dale Earnhardt Sr. gave him the middle finger at 185 miles per hour. And no, I'm not joking, that actually happened.
That's just a little light tap. There's that hand waving. There it is.
But anyway, on the 16th of March 2003, the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400 commenced, and the race was on. Kurt began the race from the 6th position, while Ricky would have to start way back in 31st position. It was an interesting race, as there were a couple of spin-outs and a lot of lead changes, 15 to be exact, a large number for a race like this. Around 25 laps to go till the finish, Kurt Busch made the last lead change after overtaking Jeff Gordon and Elliott Sadler in an impressive 2-car overtake. Craven was in 5th around this time, but gradually began to pick up the pace moving through the pack. Kurt Busch had a 3-second lead over Craven at this time, but Craven had some tricks up his sleeve. A. He hadn't been hard on his tyres, leaving a lot of grip left for the last laps. B. He hadn't been making any big moves, just slowly building his way up the pack. C. Kurt Busch had lost power steering on his car, essentially making it a lot harder to drive and putting pressure on his arms. With 3 laps to go, Craven has caught up to Busch and is right on his tail. What follows is one of the craziest finishes of any race ever, let alone NASCAR. In a quick move, Busch slams into the side of Craven, killing all of his momentum. With both their feet pushing as hard as they can on the accelerator, there's nothing left to decide this race than whoever was the closest to the point of impact. What happens next is better to be seen with your own eyes than me explaining it to you.
Here he comes! Here he comes! He's got him this time! It's going to be a drag race! Wow! They touch! They touch! Craven got him! Craven got him! Craven got him! And Craven! All right!
Craven won by just 0.003 milliseconds, making it the closest finish in any race ever. This would also be the last Pontiac to race in a NASCAR series again. This race goes down in NASCAR history as one of the best finishes to a race ever. I thought I'd try something new recently by switching up my content a bit, so if you enjoyed this video, please maybe drop a like or a nice comment, because that would encourage me to do stuff like this more often. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to, I don't really care. Bye.